Hello, I am Jan from Prague, the Czech Republic, and today I want to show you an amazing new feature of the new iPhone 17 Pro. I can now record video using full size of the sensor in ProRes RAW, which means that I do not have to stress anymore about things not being straight enough, because I can easily fix it and crop it later, which makes shooting much more easier. Now, if we are in the default camera app of iPhone 17 Pro, I am, without changing the position of tripod over the camera, I'm able to change whether it's horizontal or vertical orientation, and it's quite interesting, quite tempting. You can see I can turn on or turn off option to get some more people into the frame. Well, I will not be using it. What I want you to see is the app called Final Cut, which is right here, and where all the magic can happen. Now I can turn on Apple ProRes RAW. But if I do it, the iPhone tells me that I need external disk, which I have, so it's fine. I just need to turn it on. And here we go. Here the magic can happen. And now we got what we really wanted to get. So I am able to use the data from the full sensor and it can be cropped. It's really useful. If I turn off that simulation, you now see how the RAW would look without the preview. So it's certainly better to keep the LUT preview on. Here we go. And now it looks, of course, much better for the everyday use. I have to admit, I was really afraid that I will have to do a lot of editing, but the Final Cut Pro on desktop is really able to work with the RAW file, so I didn't really have to edit it much. I had to do some small things, small changes, but I will probably be able to leave it as it was, which is amazing. And of course, you are able to open your RAW footage here in the Final Cut Pro on desktop, and you are able to use that function, modify ProRes RAW settings, even before you start the proper editing. So you are able to set the processing here. You are even able to reset ISO or exposure bias or white balance, which is amazing because you can play with this, and only then you would go to the proper editing tools. Just one important note, I was really surprised when I've noticed that the 16 minutes of the shot, of the opening shot, took more than 100 gigabytes, which is a huge load of data. That's why I understand why it is essential to have the external drive, because without that you would just not be able to do anything. And yes, I am in the selfie mode, and I have to be honest, I would probably not be using that much. So typically I would just touch this button and turn the normal mode, and I would be using that OpenGate stuff with what you see here. It means with the main camera system, which is quite interesting. So if we sum it up in one sentence, the OpenGate gives us a really quite important tool. So, thank you so much for your attention. I hope I gave you some inspiration. Take care. I'm Jan from Prague, the Czech Republic.